offense even stepping on the field.
I remember playing on special teams and teasing the guys on offense. Don't even worry about it. You guys just hang out over there. We'll bring this one all the way back and get the points we need. In this case, they actually got that done.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands and maybe the offensive move a little bit.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
On second down, Eckler. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Stick looks to throw. On the screen, this is Eckler. He's got space past the 25. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. Taken from just outside the 30. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Ravens, they'll take over. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a back. Come well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes a snap.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. They run once more with Edwards. Nifty move. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now Jackson on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. He'll throw complete to Gus Edwards. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now Jackson apparently a little unsure of things, so he'll call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now they'll try and set up the quarterback draw here. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Again, Jackson will keep it. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from 8 yards out. And the Ravens go up by 2 touchdowns. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
1st and 10, Stick. And that one complete downfield to Allen. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Eckler. And he'll get it inside the 35.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
2 runs in a row. Here's Stick looking to throw. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 23. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Stick looking to throw on 1st and 10. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Here's 2nd and 3. This time, Jackson will throw it. And this one too low.
After that throw, it was definitely one that he would love to have back. I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off, or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll roll him out right. And he's out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually on the field trying to chase him or you're just watching him play. This guy is sheer excitement.
So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Edwards. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. 4th down, here's Jackson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They started on the ground with Eckler, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It was Jadeveon Clowney who got upfield for the stop. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Up the middle with Eckler. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Nothing to score. This is the NFL. Charger football to start quarter number 2. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Eckler now between the tackles. Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety.
their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. 70 yards. And the Ravens are able to widen their lead here in this first half. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything. To keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. And they fake it. They pitch to the tight end. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football and picked up by the Chargers.
Well, that two-point attempt failed due to the fumble, but people who can't see this, but you've got a ball in your hands now, and you've got the thing locked in pretty well. You've got it covered up.
I love having a football in the booth. I always hang on to it. Makes me feel like I actually played back in my day.
Well, you probably could have. If you'd run that play, you would not have fumbled, I can tell you that.
Maybe.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Here's Stick on 1st and 10. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long 3rd down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
And take it right on the 30. It'll be a 45-yard punt, and couple that with a loss on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession.
And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. They go play action now. Jackson. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, He should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. They're looking deep here for Flowers. That's caught at the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, 79 yards. And the Ravens' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. He's got it at the 10. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. It hasn't... well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Stick. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Stick back to pass. He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
Fielded at about the 28. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Hey, move!
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Jackson. This is caught inside the 15. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down to the... First and goal. They'll run here with Edwards. They'll take it into the end zone for the Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens extend their lead yet again. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 8. Off play action, it's Stick. Past the 20. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 16. A very solid gain of 27.
Now that was an inspirational scramble for a first down, all the while absorbing a big-time hit. Well, we know the guys in the huddle appreciate what he's doing. But how about the guys in the press box, the luxury boxes, the guy who signs his checks, and especially the main guy with the headset on the sideline? I'm not so sure they like that so much.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They're going to go play action now with Stick. Sliding out of the pocket. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. There he goes left side. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. Well, Charles, I mean, things just seem to be getting worse and worse for one sideline. Or flip it over After that fumble return for a touchdown, better and better on the opposite end. What an impressive first-half performance.
And, partner, I know the saying in the NFL goes that no lead is safe, but I will say that this one seems pretty secure. And if we continue to see plays like that, I'm going to switch back and say this lead is safe.
Tucker with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it. Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 2nd and 10, it's Stick. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. He'll look to throw. And that one too wide and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on for the 5th time here today. See what he can do on the return. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Gus Edwards heading back onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson, escaping the pressure right. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Here's Edwards again on 2nd down. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Gus Edwards with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens have widened the gap now to 50 points. So 2 touchdowns for him on the ground in this first half, and that one a thing of beauty.
And just like his last touchdown run, we saw him be patient. How about his vision where he's able to identify where the opening was? And then how about the escort right down the field all the way to the end zone from his blockers?
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Chargers getting set to go. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore.
Now the ball comes loose. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Stick, a little short pass. This is Everett. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On third down, it's Stick. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. That's going deep for Bateman.
And that is incomplete. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcoming everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime Report. Both these teams getting a chance to dry out, maybe change their cleats if need be, but halftime's just about over. Time to get back to it. And for the call of the second half, here's Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
This taken in at the goal line. Inside the 30 at the 27. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter.
At their own 27-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
That's going deep for Bateman.
Inside the 35. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here. Just outside the 30. Now Jackson.
He'll go underneath, dropping it off to Edwards. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down. From the gun, Jackson. A short one there, caught by Likely. Fights through it. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. To throw again is Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throw.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Isaiah Likely. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Chargers, nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. First and 10, Stick. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Holding offense.
Rashawn Slater, first-round pick in 2021, guilty there. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a first and 20. A shotgun throw for Stick. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. On the give, this is Eckler. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. He's to the 10. It's such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Chargers are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter, I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
On gain of 19 yards. And the Chargers first down.
Stick from the gun. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. Still going inside the 20. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Partner's bad enough. hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
And boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8. Here's Edwards again on second down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And oh, it's wide right. No good.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Stick looks to throw. Rolling to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Justin Madubuike able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded at the 33. Oh, look at the juke. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. Down the sideline he goes. 134 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Now it's Jackson. Touchdown! Isaiah Likely, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Ravens get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. His throw incomplete.
Another not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Stick looking to throw on 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down. A handoff, it's Eckler. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Here's Stick looking to throw. It's taken in by Quentin Johnston. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Los Angeles.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Justin Madubuike. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Palmer. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
A pickup of 15 yards.
Here's 3rd and 6. Now stick. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Travis Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. Taken in at the 11. A good return there, 17 yards. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll go back to Edwards on 1st down. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. He finds his man. It's Charlie Kohler. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Edwards now on 1st and 10. This one is stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Jackson now. Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. And now they're in the hurry-up. Up the middle, here's Edwards. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Well, now they'll try the end around. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Zay Flowers with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been stymied left and right. Converted only 1 time. This is 3rd and 16.
pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 43. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The Ravens ready to take over. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives. And I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have,
They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, 37 yards. And the Ravens have got it on cruise control. They'll try and run for it with Hill. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. Size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's J.K. Scott now, standing just outside his own goal line. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That's taken it around the 40. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. And this has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game well decided a long time ago.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. It's Edwards again. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Now 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all that.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Zay Flowers, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are pouring it on. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, You can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
On second down, it's Stick. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Patrick Queen, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. Here's J.K. Scott now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Fielded right around his own 43. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. An excellent return that time, 26 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On second down, it's Edwards. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Up the middle, it's Edwards. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of it.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it to try and pick up some points?
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Possession switching back now to the Chargers. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like 1 possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds. They've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Third down, they'll throw with stick. And that will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
This is brought in at the 21. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, CD, we are witnessing something that I never thought that I would witness. I would imagine you never thought this, too. I mean, we have a team taking the field in an NFL game, and they are up by triple digits. I mean, 50 is a lot, but to get to over 100, this is just crazy.
We've seen in the history of the game of basketball a few people score 100 points individually, men and women. But we've never seen this before in NFL history. We've only seen two teams combine for 100 points in a game 5 times in league history. One of the greatest games ever played, well, by one of the teams anyway.
Now it's Jackson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you're not going to know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to it.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew.